If you own an ultrasonic cleaner and you're really tired of the heating element in these things being so deficient that it takes forever to heat up, today I want to show you a quick way how I get my ultrasonic heaters nice and hot real quick so we can get this thing running and get the job done quicker. So to get real hot water quickly and a lot faster than you would if you use the ultrasonic is what I use a product called a bucket heater. And this one is made by a company called Gesail, Gesail. And it's specifically designed, because not all bucket heaters are compared to be equal. Not all of them could be in different containers. And this one is made to be put into metal containers. And not every one of them is made to do that. So that's number one. Number two is, temperature-wise, this can go up to about 190 degrees. So it can get pretty warm. Also, this is a 1500 watt unit, and it is about 120 volt. And it heats up very quickly. They say for every gallon of water, it'll take about 10 minutes for it to get about 130 degrees. Now, with an ultrasonic heater, your sweet spot is going to be around 120 to 140. And my understanding is the ultrasonics can get up to about 160. So even that's pretty good. So that's your temperature range of where you'll actually get to. Now, I have a 30-liter unit. I have about 2.5 gallons inside here right now. So it's going to take 20 to 30 minutes for this thing to get to its optimum temperature, give or take. And that's kind of good when you're working in the shop, because you can always get this started, do other things, come back to it, and you'll be ready to go. So what we're going to do right now is check the temperature. Now, having a heat gun is also really good to have, so you can constantly keep an idea on your temperature. So right now the temperature is 49 degrees in the barn. It's kind of cold here in April, end of April in northeastern Ohio. And this water's been sitting in the sink overnight. So, and I'm one of these people that I like to have clean water in my ultrasonic, and I like to use jars to actually do my ultrasonic cleaning. And I'll go in more depth about that after we get this heated up. So I'm going to plug this in, let it go for about a half hour, then we'll come back out here and I'll show you where we're at. So it's been around 35, 40 minutes, and I was busy doing other stuff at the barn. And just to give it a quick temperature reading, right now it's at 127 degrees. So it's getting to right where we want to be at. I'm going to let it go a little bit warmer, and then I'm going to turn on my ultrasonic. And then the ultrasonic heater will maintain and keep the heat going on. So the biggest problem with the ultrasonics, in my opinion, is it takes them way too long to heat up. But what's nice is once you get that optimum heat, it'll maintain it throughout the rest of the time. And I'll put the lid back on top of this also to retain the heat inside. That's really the first key. So I have the lid on our ultrasonic. I set it at 62 degrees Celsius, which is going to give us 144 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is going to now set and warm itself up and maintain our temperature. And now we're going to take our bucket heater and we're going to move it over to another stage where I'm going to show you what's the next part of the process. So now I have a 5-gallon bucket with about 2.5 gallons of water. I have our bucket heater plugged in, and now it's going to heat up this bucket of pail. The reason we're doing this now is the water that's in here is going to be used with our detergent in glass jars to basically do our cleaning. And that's ideally works best for me. And the reason we're doing this is because the glass jars themselves, if you put a cold liquid into our heated water, the glass jar will take almost a whole day just to heat up. But if we heat up the solution inside where we're going to put our parts and keep it at the same temperature as our tank, normally it's going to work real well together, and they're going to be at the same heat temperature-wise, and it'll work out a little bit better for you. So that's the best results that I can think of. The other way is if you just were going to use a little bit of, didn't need a lot, you could have filled more water into our ultrasonic and then scooped out of that and use that water too. But because I'm going to fill up a couple jars, and I really didn't set myself up that way, it's just as easy and just as quick for me to heat up that ultrasonic separately and then heat the water bucket up a little faster. Now, if you had hot water available and the bucket heater together and you could speed up that heating process, that would work for you too. But unfortunately, I'm in my barn. I don't have access to hot water right now, so the bucket heater works just as fine. So This is just a quick and easy solution for me to get started and get both temperatures working for me. So I went over to the bucket with these two little jars. I filled them up, probably a ratio of 1 in 4, 1 in 3. And I used simple green, and I put them in these two jars. Now they're both very hot and very warm. So what we're going to do now is put them inside our ultrasonic, and we should be good to go. And I put them inside of a basket. I don't put them in there without the basket. And I like glass. I think it works best. A lot of guys will say that that's the way to go. So I bought these at a dollar store. They're nothing really expensive, and they work out pretty well for me. So I prefer to do it this way. I think I like to, you know, it's just cleaner and easier and a lot less work in the long run. So I'm just going to set them in here. And I have to suggest too, you need to get some kind of gloves or something that will allow you to get in here, because this gets pretty hot and those jars get hot too. So in closing, check out these bucket heaters by Gesail. They're really good. They're really handy to have, and you can use them for multiple things, not just for this. But I bought it primarily for my ultrasonic heater. It did not disappoint me, and you can get these things really hot. You only want to go about 120 to 140 degrees. That's all you really need to go. And like I said, it's quick, easy, and you put a lot less stress on your machine. The price for a Gesail type bucket heater is only like $40, and they're well worth the investment. So give it a try. I'm going to suggest that this is one of the best ways to heat these things up. And if you have any questions, hit me up and I'll try to help you out the best I can. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.